One thing that bugs me about machismo is it kind of turns men into robots. I think every culture, every place has its own way of doing that precisely. Right now, here I am in South Dakota, and, well, it turns men into one very specific type of robot where you just don't express your emotions. Nope, I have no emotions. I am a man. Back east where my dad came from, where I came from, I think the robot was a little bit more like, put up your dukes. Very suspicious of everybody. And, oh, my goodness, that's so boring. I've never really gotten into it, even though my dad was a real macho man and raised me with some degree of machismo. There are pictures out there of me punching him. I was taught some various punches. I knew the names of punches. Never been a fighter. Not a tough guy. Why? What's the point? I mean, gee, look what it got him. Tough guy. Jail. Early death. Destroyed family. Yeah, I'd like to sign up for that. That sounds like a great idea. For me, growing up with my dad, machismo was wrapped up in a kind of loserdom. You know, he had his tattoo, he was born to lose tattoo. He had this attitude of, those fucking people, the fuckers are out to get me. I don't think that being a man has anything to do with the armor we put on ourselves when we feel resentful or when we feel weak, when we feel like we're being judged by society for not being rich enough or strong enough or tough enough. How do I raise my kids to stand up and be men and be able to lead without becoming bullies and jerks? Growing up without a dad messed me up in that regard because I didn't really know the balance. I grew up with my mom as a teenager, so I had no idea. The only place I learned that was as a hockey player. What that line was between standing up for yourself and being too aggressive. I guess I'm very thankful to hockey for that because I didn't have a dad to tell me. My kids, hopefully, will have a dad to tell them, Dad, did you have to make yourself so tight, so bound up with this macho shit? Did you have to always be on your guard and always prove how tough you are? Think how much calmer and easier your life might be, my father, my little brother, if you just relaxed a little bit and stop worrying about fighting people all the time. You're 42. You'll always be 42. Guys who are 42 and are still thinking about whether they can beat the crap out of people have a problem that they need to deal with. If you'd been able to walk away from the macho bullshit, maybe you wouldn't have got yourself into this big mess. The union is part of the macho bullshit. The whole union thing. I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to be the representative. I'm going to be Spartacus and represent the working man. You got involved in the union for probably really good reasons, and then somewhere in there, you let it connect and spiral in to this weird macho resentment crap. Maybe let that go. Maybe there in the afterlife, in purgatory or wherever you ended up, maybe that's one of those things you can just kind of scrape off of yourself. There's no need to make that connection. One can be a leader of the people without being fueled by resentment and the feeling that one deserves better.